We're Andy and Piers from Me and My Golf, and we are short-sided here, and we're going to show you guys how to use the golf club and give you some useful tips on technique to avoid those big numbers. Piers, this is a scary shot for most, isn't it?
It is, because there's so many, numbers that can happen as a result of this. So we want to minimize the damage. If we can get up and down, then fantastic. But if we can get it on there in a couple of putts, that's absolutely fine. So what we're going to do with this one is we're actually going to play a low bump and run into the bank. So the first thing you need to understand is when you're playing this shot, what is the grass that you're playing into? Which direction is it going in? So is there any grain going into you? So we've got Bermuda grass here. So we need to understand that that first bounce, once it hits that grass, it's probably not going to have another bounce in the rough. It's probably going to have to be next bounce onto the green. So I want to definitely make sure when I'm playing this shot that my first bounce is into the bank, the second bounce is going to be on the green or maybe the fringe when we're playing this shot. So I'm going to go 52 degree.
52, yeah.
Now the way I'm going to do this is I want to lower the loft when I'm hitting the shot. So my setup is what dictates this. So first thing I'm going to do is put the golf ball further back in my stance. You can see it, I've got it on my right big toe. So the trail foot on the big toe. From there I'm going to lean the shaft forward and then put my hands on it normally. So straight away I've got my 52 and I've cranked the loft off this. So it's going to go on a low trajectory, and it's good because again the first bounce needs to go forward. I don't want it going up, I need the first bounce to go forward to get onto the green. Then all I'm going to do when I'm playing the shot is I'm going to make sure that I create this forward shaft lean. So when I'm hitting the shot, I'm returning back pretty much to setup. And what this is going to do is, this is going to very much engage the front part of the golf club, so the leading edge of the golf club. Again, this all helps in hitting the golf ball low. The one thing is, if you are going to engage, should I say, the leading edge of the golf club, we need to have the ball back in the stance. Otherwise, if we hit the ground before, we may curl the divot over.
There's one dangerous thing with this. You could end up driving it down into this Bermuda grass. So it's really important that, yes, we've let the shaft forward, but how do we use the leading edge on the through swing?
Of course, yes. So this is something that happens generally. We see, Andy, when the people put the ball back and the handle forward, they drive down into the back of the golf ball. We don't want that. If anything, we want the feeling of coming up. Now, it sounds a little strange if you're hearing this for the first time, but have a look at my lead shoulder. So when I'm having these practice swings here, my lead shoulder is very much coming up. Lead shoulder comes up, it gets me some interaction with the ground, but it's not a big, steep divot.
It avoids really knocking it 2 yards and then being faced with that shot again, which we don't want, by the way.
So the objective here, as I said, is one bounce on the bank and then second bounce on the green, but watch this lead shoulder. There we have it. That's definitely the safe way to play, and I reckon you might even give me that.
Mate, you talked a good game and you produced it as well. Well done.